Hello everybody, Flash Rabbit here again, and I'm on the Cavecraft server today. As you can see, I'm in a really big hole. I've had to dig out this big hole for a project that I'm working on, but I can't tell you what it is because it's a bit of a secret at the moment. But you will find out in due course. As you'll know, when you start a new world, you've got an awful lot of grinding to do, and it's absolutely no different when you're on an SMP. Although it is a little bit easier because there's 4 of us and we share our resources and we do things for each other. So apart from digging this big hole, I've had to make a mine to find the resources that I need. I needed a ton of obsidian for what I'm working on, and I've managed to get that down here because there was a huge lava pool just as I got to the bottom, so I covered it in water and turned it into obsidian. And I also needed a ton of deep slate, so we've got all of that as well. Now I made some strip mines and we went down there and I found an abandoned mine. And abandoned mines are probably one of my most favourite things in the game to find because there's an absolute ton of resources and you don't have to make any effort for it. It's just all there for the taking, which is absolutely brilliant. So I cleaned those out. I made sure that I don't leave anything at all behind. I even take the wood because I figure, why not? And I came across this little dungeon with a spider spawner in it. It's a normal spider spawner. Down here I found another spider spawner, and that's a cave spider spawner. And you have to make those farms a little bit more different because they're slightly smaller than your average spider, so they can get through a half block gap, which is a bit of a nuisance, but you can make it so that they don't escape. So we're going to make a spider farm out of this today because the string will come in really handy, as well as the spider eyes for potions later on in the game. So I carried on down here with this strip mine, getting resources, and as you can see I caught myself some diamonds. So I've got myself some nice shiny diamond armor, as you can see, so I look very smart at the moment and I feel very well protected. It's not going to stop me dying, but it perhaps gives me a fighting chance that I didn't have before. So I need to go back to the skeleton farm at spawn to repair my tools. Wild gave me a pick with efficiency 2 and mending on it, which has been absolutely brilliant, and it's made my job a lot easier whilst mining out all of these resources. So thanks very much for that, Wild. That's been brilliant. The other pick I've got is just a bog standard diamond pick, really. There's no enchantments on it, so we could try and get that enchanted back at the trading hall that DG built at spawn. There's a few things over there that I need to show you because DG has been extremely busy, and he's done an awful lot of work. He's put me to shame, I've got to say, because I've not spent as much time as I would have liked on the server in this last couple of weeks. So I'm going to head back there. I'll meet you back at spawn and I'll show you around the builds that he's been working on. So here we are back at our base near to where we spawned into the world, which is over my shoulders behind that mountain there. You might remember from the last episode that this is the well where we decided to dig down, and we dug down into the ravine that's below here and made a safe route back to the spawn area where the pedestal with the book that explains why on earth we've been dragged across time to be here. And of course we've been taken across time and space because we need to rebuild the city of Kronos. The evil Chronozoids have broken out of the prison where they were imprisoned for crimes against time, and they've destroyed the city, so we need to rebuild it, and we're best suited for the job apparently. I'm not entirely sure why I've been chosen, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'm just here for comedy effects, I don't know. Maybe they like to see somebody die lots. So we've built a base of operations here, or more specifically DG has built a base of operations here. Look at this place. He's done an absolutely fantastic job. He's created over here, we've got a trading hall with all the traders that you'd expect, with all the villagers and trades that you'd expect. We've got librarians, we've got toolsmiths, we've got weaponsmiths, stonemasons and cartographers, and we've also got some leather workers, as well as shepherds too, and farmers of course, because we need to be able to farm emeralds. So we've got everything that we could possibly need here. Every team of intrepid time travellers needs to have somewhere to call home and somewhere to rest their heads and keep all of their bit. So we've got a dripstone farm in there. Over here we've got the sheep farm, I think this is. Yeah, so we've got all the wool that we need there. And up here is where, well, it's a village breeder basically, and it's where the villagers farm carrots and get fruity. And when they do, they're all sent down into the trading hall. But seeing as DG's finished that now, we've no need for really any more to be bred. Here he's built a railway system to get us from here to the city of Kronos, so that we don't have to use our little legs, because we have only got little legs because we're only small. And that's that. I mean, he's done an amazing job, and he's done all of this pretty much on his own. Look at that, I love that. That's a beautiful block, isn't it? That amethyst block. Absolutely gorgeous, love it. So now that I've shown you this, we're going to go on a little rail trip, and we'll use the railway that DG built. Let's jump in this minecart and off we go. Nope. Let's go back. And off we go. There we go. So we'll take the first stop, which is Kronos City. Look at this. Isn't it fantastic? Absolutely brilliant. I love this design. And deep slate, doesn't it make a wonderful decorative block? Look at that as well. That's the Masonic Hall, the stonemasons hall. DG built that as well. We'll go and have a look at that now, because it's it's brilliant. So his idea was that we'd build a masons hall, a Masonic hall for all the stonemasons, because we are probably going to need quite a lot of quite a lot of quartz. It's not finished here. We've got a forge over here where all the forging takes place. So this is a stone generator that DG's built here. It's really brilliant design, this. I love this. It's I mean, it's no good for me because I've not got silk touch, so I'm just making cobble, which kind of defeats the object really. We've got a big crane there with the big cogs on either side to winch up all of the stone that will be dealt by these guys, and we've got a bunch of master stonemasons, so we can get all of the quartz that we need from these chaps, because of course Kronos City it's going to be a grand city in the steampunk style. It's going to be pretty epic, I've got to say, even though I do say so myself. And look at these builds. Now these have been done by JJ and Wild, and in the steampunk style, and they're absolutely fantastic. Look at those huge cogs on the side of the building there. I'm not entirely sure what they do, whether they're just decoration or whether they have some purpose. And of course every steampunk build needs pipes, and copper lends itself to that perfectly, and all the variations of the copper there. And of course we've got is that spruce or it's dark oak, isn't it? Dark oak logs there with the dark oak planks and stairs. Oh, I love that, the half cog for the door. This is the Horology Inn. If you don't know, horology is the study of watches. It's a horologist is somebody who deals with watches and fixes them and so on, which fits into the time theme that we're working towards. And we've got a wonderful mill there as well. Look at that, those blades on that mill there, and the cogs. Of course, once the sails start to rotate, these cogs will move around and work the innards of the building, and it will all come to life. I'm not entirely sure what the Horology Inn sells, because I could do with a bit of a drink myself, to be honest with you. A nice carrot juice would go down very, very well. So I've got to make my way back to spawn. I need to go to the skeleton farm to repair my pick, and then we can get started on the spider farm. I'll see you back there in a minute. So here we are back at the spider farm, and I'm going to make an automatic spider farm here. And this is a design by the wonderful Impulse SV. So I'll take you through the design. It's slightly different to the normal spider farm because of course it's automatic. So we don't have to whack the spiders in order to get their goods. So facing west we need to go 4 blocks out. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and then a wall. And then facing north the same, 1, 2, 3, 4 and then the wall. And then on the east we need to just go out 3, and on the south 3 as well. And I just need to clear this out and make a box, so I'll do that and I'll bring you back in. Okay, so when you've got your room done, your box room done, we need to go to above 1, 2, so the ceiling needs to be there. So then we're going to need to go 2 below the spawner, and this needs to become our floor. So I'm just going to dig this out and I'll bring you back. Okay, so when you've got your room dug out and you've got it to the right dimensions, you need to figure out where you want your collection area to be, because then you need to build the collection area for the spiders and also a little room for you to stand in. And you might as well make it nice because, well, why not? Whoop, well that's scary. Whoop. So that's what I'm going to do now. So let's decide which way we're going to have the collection area. So I think we're going to have the collection area this way, because this is where the entrance to the mine is here, and yeah, might as well have it here so it's easy to get to. Now it's important while you're building your spider farm to make sure that you've got the room lit up, because you don't want spiders spawning and spoiling all your fun. They're easy to get rid of, but still, it's just a nuisance, isn't it? So the next job is to choose, like I say, where we're going to have our collection system, and I'm going to have my collection system here on the south facing wall. So we put 2 buckets of water down, one in that corner and one in that corner, and it'll flow down into this kind of shape. Now we need to make it run a little bit further than this, so we'll break that actually, because that'll come down to there. So we'll break each block under the last piece of water that you can see, like this, and then we'll clear out all of this stuff here, and the water will run down to the south wall where we want our collection system to be. So as you can see, what happens, the water comes down from these 2 corners into a central stream, and it flows all the way down. So if I chuck a piece of deep slate in, it comes down there to the middle of this area, which is what we need. When the spiders spawn and they fall into the water, we want them to be pushed along to the centre of this wall. Now spiders are unique in as much as they don't have to have a full block to spawn on. They can spawn mid-air, so they'll spawn all around this spawner in the air. So wherever they spawn, they'll hit the water and they'll be pushed into the centre and down this way to this wall. Right, okay, so the next job is to dig out our collection area, and as you can see, the water comes centrally to these 2 blocks, so we need to dig 2 blocks this way, and then I'm going to replace these blocks here with glass, just to discourage the spiders from climbing, because if they climb they just get stuck and get in the way, and oh, it's just a nightmare. So we'll clear that out. No, not like that. We'll just put some glass there. Now here we need to come down 1 like that and pop a couple of signs on there and there, which will stop the water coming any further, so the water will just stop at this block here. Then we're going to put some water streams that just go straight down. Okay, so now that we've got the glass in and the water stops, we go down 2 more blocks here like this. I'll have that redstone. More about it. I don't like to waste anything if I can help it, because you never know when you might need it. So that's perfect, because then we need to dig out our little collection room. Okay, so this is going to be the little tunnel that we come down. So what we're going to do, we're going to replace anywhere that the spiders are going to be with glass. It just discourages them from climbing, because we don't want them climbing and getting stuck. So we'll just do that and replace a little chamber with glass walls. Like that. Now this room can be as big or as small as you like. It's entirely up to you what you do. There's no right and there's no wrong. So just go ahead and make your room as you see fit. And then we take another 2 buckets of water and we put 1 there and 1 there, so it creates this funnel downwards. Then obviously we need to put some glass here just to stop the water from drowning us. And what happens, the spiders come along to this point here at this level with this block, they get pushed into this water stream which drags them down. You'll see what happens in a moment. As you can see, the spiders being pushed to the edge there. So here we are in the finished spider farm. Now, like I said earlier, these are no ordinary spiders, and the design that I was going to use by Impulse was for cave spiders. So the big spiders, these ones behind me, didn't go down the hole, and I messed about with it here and there and did this and that, and I just couldn't get it to work. So I decided just to build a bog standard spider farm, which you can see behind me. So this one isn't AFK, this is just doubles as a bit of an XP farm. You whack the spiders, you get the string, and that's it. You get some XP as well, which is always a good thing, isn't it? So I've got up to 27 XP points at the moment, so I'm not complaining, it's all good. But I still need to build the farm that I said I was going to build in the first place. So I'm not one to quit. I'm going to go down there, I'm going to build the farm without any shadow of a doubt. Anyway, while I was building this, while I've been whacking spiders, I'm getting glow squid spawning in there and axolotl. So I've got 2 buckets of axolotl. I can't believe it. It's the first axolotl I've seen in the game since 1.17 was released. Anyway, I'm going to crack on now. I'm going to go down here and we're going to build... Oh no, I need some resources. I'm going to grab what I need and then we're going to build Impulse SV's cave spider farm. Fully automatic cave spider farm. I'll see you in a minute. So here we are near the cave spider spawner. And as you know, I was going to build an automatic farm designed by Impulse SV, but it's not my day. It really isn't, because it doesn't work. It seems that since Impulse designed this farm, cave spiders have had some swimming lessons because they just refuse to drown. The idea is that they come along in the water streams from the back wall, push forward here into this little funnel, and then they're dragged down by 2 water streams flowing downwards. But as you can see, they're having a right old good time there. They're just bobbing up and down, swimming, and then they congregate up there on the roof. So, I'm at a loss. There's not a great deal I can do in terms of an automatic farm at this stage. I'm going to keep looking, and I'm going to see if we can, between us, work out how to make a cave spider spawner that is fully automatic. If we can't, well, we can't, can we? But there you go. You've got to try these things. There's no shame in getting something wrong or trying it and it not working. You've got to try to learn, haven't you? And I'm still learning all the time. So I've learned now that this design doesn't work anymore. I mean, to be fair to Impulse, it was a design that he made in 2013, so a lot has changed in the game since then. So it's definitely not Impulse SV's fault, it's my fault for trying to use an old design. I thought maybe of putting 2 dispensers above the channel there and being able to switch it on and have the dispensers dispense water and hopefully flushing them downwards so that they can't swim back up. But in all honesty, I'm not convinced that'll work either, because I think they'll still be able to swim up. And there's another axolotl, look. We're getting axolotl spawning in the spider farms. It's brilliant. Oh, hello. Oh, they're so cute. It'd be good if the axolotls actually attack the spiders, wouldn't it? Because then they could do all the killing. But never mind. Anyway, I'm rambling on. So there's nothing more I can do here at the moment. I'll keep you updated, and if I find a solution, you'll be the first to know. So after that abject failure with the spider farms, feeling a little bit let down, but that's not going to stop me because I'm going to come back stronger next time. Or at least that's the theory. Now, just before we go, I want to talk to you about this little thing in my right hand. I found last episode, as you can see, I found another one of those odd copper things that I've never seen before in a chest in the ravine with the other guys. Now, when I left the Dinnercraft server, I was rudely attacked by aliens, and this copper thing I've got in my hand came from them. So I'm thinking that this is alien tech. Oh yes, alien tech. Something that I've not got any experience of, and I've not got a clue what it does. So I'm sure in the course of this series we're going to find out what it is and how significant it is to what we're doing. But that's all we've got time for this week. Thank you so much for joining me. I genuinely do appreciate it every time you join me. If you don't want to miss any of my episodes in the future, press the bell icon and I'll be sure to let you know the next time I upload a video. But for now, thanks for watching. Bye.